What do you admire about me? And what are your pet peeves?
How long do we have? I'm just kidding. We are filming.
We're filming.
I love you. Hey everyone, I'm Chris.
And I am Brock. Welcome back to our channel. Subscribe right now if you haven't already. You will not regret it. Maybe you will.
It'll be the best decision you make
it.
all year long. Alright, well, it's been a while since we've sat down for a sit-down YouTube video. It is an important day because I guess you can call it a make it or break it situation for our relationship.
Uh-oh. Will we make
I
it?
mean, no, we'll probably make it, but these are...
Probably?
No, we will make it.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Okay. So today is the 13 questions to ask before getting married. I saw this article online, and I thought it was really funny because I took only one look at the first question.
I don't even have that. I don't
Okay.
even know any questions.
And I was like, okay, this is actually like we should ask ourselves this
Do we
before.
both answer them?
We're gonna both take turns, but the article starts by saying that these are pertinent questions at the very
Where's
base.
this article from?
New York Times. It's
Oh.
also from a counseling website. So
Okay, so we are going to trust them that if we can't answer these, then we're breaking it off.
yeah. I guess also, you know, if you are new here, we are so close to getting married, and
I could taste the cake.
I can taste the cake. So we'll jump right into these questions. First question, did your family throw plates, calmly discuss issues, or silently shut down when disagreements arose? So it's like getting to know your situational upbringing for how you approach disagreements.
Honestly, my parents divorced when I was so young that I don't really remember, but they definitely, having gotten divorced, obviously didn't get along. So I think that probably...
Do you think that they like vocally disagreed in front of you, or was it more of the silent treatment? Like,
I mean, I was legitimately 5 years old, so you're asking me something that happened
well, even past
so
that. Okay.
long ago.
Okay, so here, I'll answer it for my end.
Okay.
I definitely think that my family was not calm whatsoever during disagreements, and they were very loud.
Is that where
and
you
so,
get it from?
well, I was gonna ask that about you, whether or not you got it from. So I think that, like, in discussing that, I know that I have had to work on my emotional impulses, specifically with my therapist, on how quick I can be to get emotional in situations. And that's, I feel like that's kind of where this is coming from, is like, when someone provides a disagreement to you, how do you approach it? Are you calm? Nah, it's hard to be calm.
Oh, it's hard to be calm, but I'm a saint. Honestly, I was not expecting that to be the first question off the
It's
bat,
deep.
so these are gonna be like very deep. So,
Okay, here's your next question. I haven't looked at this one, so.
will we have children, and if we do, will you change diapers?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Oh, that's. I feel like that's an
But I
easy
feel like
question.
Chris would be better at changing diapers, so I don't know if I necessarily would want to take away that joy from you. You're so good at doing Thomas's litter box, and I feel as though you would really enjoy it.
I definitely think that I'll probably be the one that does change more of the
I
diapers.
mean, knowing the two of us and the fact that we do everything together, I mean, I feel like changing diapers is a two-man job.
I'm like, yeah, hold
Right?
it!
You gotta like lift the legs and someone else has to wipe. Like, we're never done. There's some baby powder there. There's probably some steps we're missing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel like when I was younger, I used to get really, really grossed out. Now, when I see baby poo-poo,
Oh,
caca.
you get really...
I know it's
excited?
fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Oh, well, here we are. Okay, so
Here
next
we are.
question. Will our experiences with our exes help or hinder us? I feel like that I know the answer to that. These are so deep.
I want to say that at this point in our relationship that they shouldn't, but you're also very jealous.
Yes, I can be a little jealous. Like, so here's
But
how
I think overwhelmingly
here's how I would
no,
approach
though.
this conversation.
I mean, my answer is no.
You approach every question as if you truly are a saint. You like do not. What I was going to say for that question though was that I believe that they are finally helping us. We are about to hit our 10-year anniversary, which will be the day that we also get married.
I also don't have really any exes.
You do have exes, and they do pop up, and you have like so.
And you like that?
No.
It helps us. And it helps us at this point.
The one golden nugget that I've learned in our relationship is that the moments that we have discussed our previous relationships, and then some, that has helped us to be closer and to be more intimate.
I think that's true. I think it's because it hasn't always been like an easy conversation necessarily. I think like that comes from, jealousy on both sides, but also like.
So you admit it.
There's like.
So
you admit it. I think that there's like a difficulty when you're with someone, especially when you've been together for a decade, that I don't want to believe that there was a life before me,
That's true.
So I feel like, but I also feel like, that being said, it's been 10 years that at this point.
Anyone that's an ex is like
really
so far in the
it's
past.
like fine.
Well, that's true. Like there's no jealousy, I feel like, in the realms of like, oh, they're gonna come back and take my man. I think there's like, oh, like, no, there's no jealousy. Okay.
How important is religion? How will we celebrate religious holidays, if at all?
We are not a religious family.
No, we're not.
We're spiritual.
Yeah.
I was raised as a Lutheran Christian. I feel like it is difficult for me to shake that part of me, but in the confines of the way that I was raised, I don't agree with that religion. And so
wait, you can't shake your religion? Who are you trying to be as? That's not a part of you at all.
I feel like I still I
identity.
believe in a higher presence. And so like that to me is like religious a little bit, or spiritual.
Right, spiritual.
So to answer the question, we won't necessarily be like paying homage to religious holidays. Right.
Well, what Chris is trying to say is he loves Christmas.
Yeah. I do love
he
Christmas.
doesn't need to be religious to celebrate it.
There we go. Yes, I love
Meanwhile, I will do anything that makes Chris happy.
You have that on camera right now.
I will do anything that makes Chris happy.
Please hold it against him.
The bigger the tree, the better.
Oh, I love you. Ooh.
Another hard one.
No, I think, is my debt your debt?
Oh, absolutely.
Would you be willing to bail me out?
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't be bailing you out, because it would be bailing us out. I don't think we've ever talked about it, but like from the moment that we started dating, which was probably too early, or really I'd say within the first year, we decided like everything's relative, and we kind of merged our finances very early on.
It's true.
Right? Like so to me it's not, there's never been your money and my money, it's always been our monies. I just think that like very early on we decided to be equal partners, financially and within our relationship.
I mean, we were in Vegas at one point, and Brock did lose $100 on like
it was
$200 on a street gambler.
Of our money.
Situation.
So it has its
it's
moments.
my debt.
Never getting that money
I love
back.
that. Well, for richer or poorer, right?
Uh-huh.
So I feel like I'm getting like
go to Vegas?
No.
What's the most you would be willing to spend on a car, a couch, and shoes?
Well, considering that the sofa that I want is $500,000, I mean, if I have the money, I'm totally comfortable.
And again, it goes back to being like relative, right?
Yeah.
It depends on how much money you have, but today...
Maximum $6,000?
I mean, that seems like a very expensive couch, but
it's
like that. Like if we were to get the cloud,
I think
like
that's
that much, or is that even more?
That's not even that much.
So
I mean, I think it's more. I think it's.
Why are couches so expensive?
Because there's like you spend all of your time potentially.
You spend your life on that.
Yeah. Okay. So what was it?
Couch, car, and shoes.
I don't know if we need to buy a car because I like leasing a car, so that's totally fine. We don't put that many miles on it. It's a great financial decision for us. And then what was the other one? Shoes. I've only ever bought like $800 shoes, right? So let's say 1,000.
1,000 is the most that you would spend on shoes.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I hope that everyone watching this does not think that we frequently spend $1,000
No,
on
I mean,
shoes.
I feel like my favorite pair of shoes are typically
and there's
Vans,
better ways
and
to
they're
spend
$70.
$1,000.
To Brock's point, I don't want anyone thinking that we're spending $6,000 on that sofa. That's not what we spent on our sofa. I guess
maybe next time.
Yeah. So that's.
So it's wood. I guess this is a question for people who are like merging their lives for the first time and are maybe acquiring things for the first time and being like financially on the same comfort level.
Right.
But we're already like very financially uncomfortable with one another. So this is.
Well, there you have it. Ooh. Oh, you're gonna love this question. He's gonna throw it right back to me. Can you deal with my doing things without you?
Have you ever done anything?
Oh gosh! Wow.
No, the answer is no. I am an extreme control freak, and I would like to think that I would like for you to do a lot more things on your own, but oftentimes when it's happening, I just can't allow it to happen. That's the truth.
Well, I did do singing lessons without you for a while, and you know.
That's true. Oh, doing like things without like decision making.
I mean,
What's the question?
I think it's all encompassing. I mean,
okay.
getting into marriage, many people hope to keep their autonomy in certain areas of their life at the same time.
I think if anything, you should have more things that you do on your
There
own.
we go, and I agree with you. Like,
Okay.
go.
Just not go. I'm not gonna hang out with my exes.
Nah.
That's true though.
That's a video for another time. There's definitely some juicy
Save it for the OnlyFans.
details. Yeah. Pay up. I don't know why I did that with money, but does that work?
Gimme.
Pay up.
Ooh, do we like each other's parents?
Yes.
Of
Oh,
course.
I love
Love.
Andrea and Brock.
I mean, I think at this point, like 10 years later, we don't really have a choice. I don't think we would have stuck around if we didn't like each other's parents.
That's very true. We've met each other's parents like within the first month.
You mean we've lived with my parents?
And we
So I
lived
hope
with
you
your
like them.
mom. Yeah. That's such an easy question. Okay, this is my favorite question. How important is sex to you?
Oh, it's important.
Da-na-na-na-na.
It is important, but I feel like we're on the same page with that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we're gonna say about it in this video, but yeah, I think that definitely having an emotional connection as well as a physical connection is really important.
I mean, it's so important to just have those two unlocked, but I also think that like what we've learned together has been the fact that you need to have flexibility in all respects of your bond together and your sex life ebbs and flows. You know, I feel like, you know, using other people's intimacy or chemistry as an example for your relationship can sometimes hinder you, and that definitely never affected me, but I feel like we have had moments where like we're super stressed out and our sex life is like not as, you know, not as, it's not the same as when we're on vacation and it's just, you know,
Vacation
nonstop.
sex. Oh man, our moms are gonna be watching this, so. How far should we take flirting with other people? Is watching pornography okay?
Oh, these are so deep. Let's just quickly go through this. Brock and I are so honest with each other. We do everything basically together. We're communicative and we are okay to address whether or not we think someone else is attractive. We don't personally have an open relationship, and that is not something that we are discussing, but we are comfortable.
But what does that have to do with flirting with other people? You're not answering the question even.
Oh.
Yeah, but you could flirt with like anyone. Like I definitely flirt with women.
Oh,
that
well, that's I'm like comfortable with it. That's what I'm
Right.
trying to say, though. Like we're comfortable with that. We're not comfortable with like anything past that.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're not gonna be like we don't have an open relationship,
Okay.
but we are comfortable with the fact that like
I guess I jumped the gun on that one.
you definitely didn't get that from what I was trying to say.
I wasn't sure what you were trying to say. I guess I should have waited.
Well, you should have probably. Well, because the next question is watching pornography okay? Yeah.
I think it is. I mean, why would you shame anyone's sex life? I mean, I definitely fully feel as though like watching people have sex is not as bad as like watching people kill each other. So I feel like, but I also understand that there is like a stigma with watching porn.
I mean, here, let's address it. Like, if there's a problem and you're watching porn all the time and that's affecting your sex life, that's a no.
Or if your sex life is watching porn, then I guess it's fine. So it just depends on
Yeah, how you see it,
How you
I
see
guess.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am comfortable with you as long as you don't sleep with someone.
Agreed. Ditto.
Do you know all the ways I say I love you? Do you actually see me showing love in multiple respects versus just saying I love you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would say the same for you. Brock
Also-
definitely comes at it from the perspective of quality time and acts of service.
Mm-hmm. And you.
And then gifts.
And what do you do?
Mine is like physical touch or
and,
affection.
Gift giving.
No,
Words of
affirmation.
affirmation.
Yeah.
That's
Tell
it.
me I'm beautiful.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. What do you admire about me? And what are your pet peeves?
How long do we have? I'm just kidding.
Go.
What I admire the most about Brock is honestly your determination and loyalty. It's commitment, right? I feel like you're committed to your friendships. You're committed to setting goals and committing yourself to them. I feel like that has made me where I can be sometimes driven, but also a little scattered.
Lost.
Yeah, you make me feel so much more directional,
That's
and I love that about you. Yeah.
Help me help you.
I
Help you help me.
Okay,
Now here's what about pet peeves? This will be a good one.
pet peeves would be, we kind of both do this, but I only notice it the most when it's Brock. Little piles everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Definitely
I'm a piler.
he's a little bit more lax in terms
I'll
of
get to it
putting
later.
things, getting around to things. I feel like
That's okay, you don't need to do that. What I admire most is your ability in any scenario to just be, even when I know that maybe you're not comfortable, you just come off as very confident and comfortable. And in that way, I think that makes other people feel very comfortable as well, and definitely makes me feel comfortable. And I tend to be very shy in social settings, and you're just very gregarious right off the bat and open, and that openness I think is very admirable. Now, for the pet peeves. Gosh, I'm trying to think what the biggest one is.
Let me just roll my eyes for the rest of my life.
I think sometimes you hover a little bit.
That's so true. I get it from both of my parents. I think more often the time that I hover is when we're planning to shoot something and Brock's in the closet getting dressed, and then I'm just standing there watching him.
Typically I do feel like I help you get dressed and then you're ready to go. Unless you dressed yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you dressed yourself. I'm not saying I dress you every time.
Yeah.
But then he'll come back into the closet several times and I'm just not ready. You just can't stand
Oh,
it.
whatever. It's a.
Going back to the earlier question,
You
I guess
love
you
it.
can't stand to be
I
away
just
from me.
love to be around you.
Oh. Well, you have to be around me to have all that sex, huh?
We are still filming, and this is the last question. And here we are. Drum roll, please. How do you see us 10 years from now?
40, not 41.
40, yes.
I think that we will definitely have, hopefully started our family and have 2 little babies.
I hope so.
And maybe a house with a yard and a pool.
You know what this is making me think of? The first night that we officially met and we did our little truths game. And we're just we were already having these conversations from the very get-go about, what we want out of life and what we want from a partner. And then
here we are, a decade later.
Decade later, oh my goodness.
If someone asked me 10 years ago where I thought I would be, which I'm sure someone did, and I said, I don't know. But I think where we are today is far beyond where I ever expected to be
1,000%,
10 years ago.
1,000,000%, yeah.
So I think by that reasoning, I also feel 10 years from now, I mean, I don't even want to guess, but I think it's going to be a really good, happy place.
Yeah.
And the sky's the limit.
Oh, hold on. This child wants to say hello.
Speaking of children.
Oh, hello.
Say hello. Thomas is I hope I'm being fed 10 years from now.
Yeah, he came over and meowed because he wants his little crunchies. My answer is happy, very driven still. Kids, I just think that will be growing our family.
I think that I also misinterpreted the question. It's how do you see us in 10 years from now, not where. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like definitely in the last few years we've had like some bumps, but ultimately I feel so much more sound in where we are, and you know, the communication has gotten so much better, and I would only expect us to continue to grow our communication.
It's almost like we, like, through these 10 years, we have gotten through so many different eras of our relationship, and we've learned and then applied and been able to achieve larger, more grand goals. Like, look where we are now. I'm like very happy where we are in like
we were
LA
children
now.
When we started dating.
Yeah.
We were literally 20 years old, just about 21 when we started dating. And I think, you know, when you build a relationship that young, you do have to take moments along the way to kind of refocus and like think about what's important. And, you know, like, I mean, who would have known like that one date would turn into 10 years and will turn into 10 more and 10 more and 10 more, you know?
Definitely, I feel like we will have our, like, hopefully maybe a second house by that time.
So two? No, so we don't even have one.
Or no, it doesn't have to be like second, like owning at the same time. We might have moved on to the next one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, like we are setting these goals, and so I'm like...
See, no, maybe I disagree there. I don't want to move that much.
Okay, I want...
Just kidding.
How about we'll have multiple sources of revenue?
Okay, I like that. I see us that
Give
way.
me the money!
Give us the money! Give me! All right, well, thank you all for joining today. I hope you had as much fun as we did. I know I definitely wasn't uncomfortable at all for any of those questions.
Me neither.
That was great. I think that we made it.
We have made it, and I think we are going to get married.
Yes.
Yeah.
So please, please, please make sure to follow along on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Do people have Facebooks? I don't know, but we have one, right?
Yeah, that's all Yummer Time. Just search Yummer Time anywhere, any place. You'll find us.
And make sure that you are subscribed. And please let us know in the comments below what else you want to see us do, because we are here in LA and we are ready to show you a whole new world. A whole new world.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all. Oh, I love you.